What is going on, NFL fans? I'm Jay all day, and I'm bringing you guys another Week 14 NFL Survivor Pool Pick video. Our picks of the week, the last 3 weeks have won. Tampa Bay was our pick of the week last week. Hopefully you went with them in your Survivor pool because Kenny Pickett got hurt and Arizona beat the Steelers, and then the Jacksonville Jaguars somehow lost to the Bengals without Joe Burrow. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you can get the best Survivor pool picks on YouTube. Let's get into it. Welcome to Week 14 of the NFL season, everybody. I'm here to give you the best Survivor pool picks each and every week. So what I'm doing now, since we're so late in the season, I'm trying to find games that people could potentially use. Most of the people who are still alive in Survivor pools have picked all the really good teams. So we need to find some spots for teams we might not have used yet. We're on a little bit of a run. The last 3 weeks, my picks of the week have all won, guys. Last week we picked Tampa Bay, and they came out victorious in a pretty tough week. So let's get into it, guys. I'm going to break down the games for you. We have the Patriots traveling to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. The Steelers are without Kenny Pickett. He screwed up his ankle. He's having some kind of operation. He's supposed to be out like 3 to 4 weeks. I'm not in on this game at all whatsoever. The Patriots are terrible, guys, and the Pittsburgh Steelers might have the worst offense in the entire NFL. I would avoid this game. If you have to pick Pittsburgh, I would guess you could go with them, but I would stay away from this game. Then we have the Buccaneers at the Falcons. This is another game I don't want anything to do with. Two very inconsistent teams. I do think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to beat the Falcons. The Falcons did not look good last week, and it seems like Tampa Bay played a little bit better last week. They're still Baker Mayfield. I think this might be his last year at the helm for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's got Godwin and Evans, and he's still not really making plays down the field. I don't like this game from a Survivor perspective. And the Lions at the Bears, it's going to be hard playing in Chicago. The weather's going to be 39 degrees for this game. I like Detroit in this spot. They need to keep winning games if they want to make the playoffs. But the Bears are okay at home this year, 2-3. Most people probably used the Lions already, though, so I'm staying away from this game. I don't really love it, and if the Bears snuck away with a win here, I wouldn't be totally surprised. And then we have a really fun game between the Colts and the Bengals with some playoff implications, right? If the Colts want to make the playoffs, they need to keep on winning, but they're going to the Bengals to play Cincinnati, and Jake Browning looked pretty good, beating the Jacksonville Jaguars, and everyone thought Jacksonville was going to win that game, guys. I even thought Jacksonville was a landslide to easily win that game, and Trevor Lawrence got hurt in that game. But it was in the fourth quarter. There was like 5 minutes left, so Jake Browning and the Bengals just beat up on a very good Jacksonville Jaguars team. If I had a gun to my head, I would go with the Bengals probably. I believe in them a little bit more than I believe in Gardner Minshew, guys. And they're 3-3 at home. The Colts are pretty good on the road, though, guys. This is another reason why I'm not picking this game at all whatsoever. I would stay away from the Colts-Bengals game. Then we have the Jaguars at the Browns. Joe Flacco is now the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He looked pretty serviceable last week. He still got pretty good arm strength, but the Jacksonville Jaguars are probably going to be without Trevor Lawrence, so I would stay away from this game. I think the Browns are going to win, especially if Trevor Lawrence does not play. And then we're going to move on to the Panthers at the Saints. This is one of my picks of the week, guys. Actually, I'm locking it in. The New Orleans Saints at home to get a W against the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers have not won a game on the road all year. They're 0-7, and they lost to Tampa Bay last week on the road. So back-to-back road games are always extremely tough in the NFL. That's one more reason that New Orleans is my lock of the week. But I do like another game also, guys, so stay tuned as I break down these games. The Texans, if you haven't used the Texans yet, you probably have. Most people have. The Texans will definitely win this game, guys. If you haven't used the Texans, this is a great spot for them. The Jets are horrendous on offense. Their defense scores more points than their offense, and they don't even know who's going to play quarterback. It's like a merry-go-round. Zach Wilson was saying in interviews he doesn't want to play for the Jets at all anymore. Yikes, guys. Trevor Siemian, I think, came in last week, and he looked even worse than their other quarterback. That is an absolute dumpster fire. If you have the Texans, use the Texans, guys. Rams at the Ravens. This is going to be a really, really fun game to watch. The Rams are playing good, man, and they're getting in a position to make a playoff run. But they're playing in Baltimore. It's going to be, not too chilly, 57. The Rams are used to playing in a good environment out here in LA. I like the Rams to win barely. I think the Rams sneak out a win here like 21-20 or something like that, guys. From a survivor perspective, I'm not betting against the Ravens at home. 4-2 at home. I'm not in on this game at all whatsoever. Vikings, Raiders, another game. Two horrible teams. Josh Dobbs threw 4 picks last week. He looks terrible, man. He looks so bad. But they do blitz a lot. But I like the Raiders in this spot, actually. I think the Raiders are going to win this game. But from a survivor perspective, I'm out on this game. And then Seahawks are traveling to San Francisco. The 49ers blew the brakes off the Eagles last week. I called that. If you watch some of my other content, I predicted that the San Francisco 49ers would beat the Eagles in Philly. And that's exactly what happened, guys. I like the 49ers in this spot. If you haven't used them yet, you can take them here. But most people, I would assume 90 to 95% of Survivor Pool players have already used the 49ers. So that's a game we're not in on. And then we have the Bills at the Chiefs. This is an upset for me. I think the Bills go on the road and squeak at a W. I don't like the Chiefs either. I've been saying that in some of my content. I don't believe in this Chiefs team like I did some of their other teams in years past. That offense is not clicking. The defense looks a little bit better, but the wide receivers are inexperienced. They run bad routes. They don't catch the ball. Travis Kelce and Mahomes can't do everything. I like the Bills to win that game on the run, but from survivor perspective, stay away from this game, guys. Broncos, Chargers, another game I do not like from a survivor perspective. I think the Broncos are going to win this game, but they're on the road. They're 2-3 on the road. The Broncos are kind of up and down. That defense is really good, so I don't think Justin Herbert and the Chargers are going to score a lot of points here, guys. So, I like the Broncos to cover that -3 spread. If you're a spread better, I like the Broncos to win this game and cover the 3 points. But from Survivor, there's some other spots that I like better. Eagles at the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys to win this game from a Survivor perspective. I like to stay away from division rival games, and that's exactly what the Eagles-Cowboys is. If the Eagles won on the road, squeaked out a victory, I wouldn't be surprised. But the Cowboys are extremely good at home. They are 6-0, and I look for them to go to 7-0 and beat the Eagles this week. Then we have the Titans at the Dolphins. We have two Monday night games this week, guys. Titans at the Dolphins. Most people have used the Dolphins. I love the Dolphins in this spot because the fucking Titans are 0-6 on the road. They're terrible on the road. I love the Dolphins in this spot. If you have them available in your back pocket, you could use Miami here, but I would say 90 to 95%, just like the other game I was talking about, have used the Dolphins. They've used the 49ers. Here's a game I really like, guys. The Packers beat the Chiefs last week, controversially, but they were still in that game with an elite team. The Packers are trending. They're playing a lot better, guys. They look really, really good, and the Giants are not good. They're terrible. I like the Packers in this spot as my runner-up pick of the week, as the Packers beating the Giants. So my pick of the week, my lock of Week 14, is the Saints beating Carolina at home. Carolina has 0 wins on the road. That's why I love New Orleans. And I also like the Green Bay Packers to go on the road to beat the Giants, who are not very good. So Packers, Saints, 49ers, if you haven't used them, and the Dolphins, they're all in play. But my picks that no one has really used yet, Packers, Saints, lock it in, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You guys have been killing it for me watching these Survivor Pool videos. I really appreciate you tuning in. Thanks again, guys. Hit that notification bell to get all my updates. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.